Greetings to all. Hope you are doing fine in this time of crisis. I'm Dr. Prakriti James, Assistant Professor, Department of Education in Pandit Sundarlal Sharma Open University, Chhattisgarh, Bilaspur. This video of mine is based on the topic Research Ethics, Academic Honesty and Integrity, Content and its Implications. If you find this video helpful, don't forget to like, share and subscribe. So come, let's begin the topic with the help of this PowerPoint. In this video, we are going to discuss about the research ethics, academic honesty and integrity, content and its implications. After listening to this video, you would be able to create better research ethics while performing your research work. So let's move on. We all are teachers, and as we all know that teaching is not a profession, it's a service. As a teacher, not only teaching is our duty, but along with teaching, we are also supposed to do research work also. If we say that I am a good teacher, then it is also important for us to keep ourselves self-indulged into 50% teaching and 50% research work. So, when we get into research process, it becomes necessary that we follow certain rules, principles and ethics which are related to research works. So, now what do we mean by research ethics? Research ethics, they provide guidelines for the responsible conduct of research. Research ethics govern the standards of conduct for scientific researches. It is important to adhere to ethical principles in order to protect the dignity, rights, and welfare of research participants. In addition, it educates and monitors scientists which are conducting research to ensure a high ethical standard. Let us have a look upon some principles which are related to research ethics. Research ethics are based on three fundamental principles. First is, people should be treated as autonomous. Now, what does this mean? In simple words, the term autonomous means that a person can make his or her decisions about what to do and what to agree to. We as a researcher must respect that individuals should make their own informed decisions about whether to participate in research or not to participate. Whatever be their decision, we must respect it. Second basic principle is, people with diminished autonomy should be protected. What is diminished autonomy? What does it mean? In Hindi, it can be called as kam swayatata, or a person of diminished autonomy by contract. It is in some respect controlled by others or incapable of acting on the basis of his or her desires and plans. For example, let us say prisoners and mentally retarded individuals often have diminished autonomy because they want to perform, but due to some control, they are not allowed to do so. That's why it's our duty as a researcher to protect people with diminished autonomy. Let's now come to the third basic principle, which is maximize benefits from the participants and minimize risk for the participants. To understand this better, let us divide this sentence into two parts. First is maximize benefits from participants. This means that while interacting with our participants, we should bring them at ease and try to convince them that by participating in research, they are going to contribute towards the advancement of science and humanity. Also, they are having chance to do something interesting and thus take an active role in society. Such motivation from researcher will boost the confidence of participant and the participant will try their best to deliver effectively. Another part of sentence is minimize the risk for participants. What type of risk are we talking about? So many type of risks are involved in this, like physical risk, which includes physical discomfort, pain, injury, illness, diseases which are brought about by the methods and procedures of the research. Also risks like psychological risk, social economic risk, confidentiality risk, legal risks, etc. etc. So think about all these risks that are involved and then only proceed. Take only the calculated risk. That too, minimize it first. Remember friends, by any case, we cannot put our participants in risk. Now, apart from the above discussed principles, there are some other ethical principles which are to be kept in mind while researching. What are they? As we can see in the slide, first one is honesty. Friends, honestly report data, results, methods, and procedures and publication status. Do not fabricate, falsify, or mispresent data. Another one is objectivity. Remember, strive to avoid bias in experimental design, data analysis, data interpretation, peer review, personnel decisions, expert testimony, and other aspects of research. Another basic principle is integrity. Keep your promises and agreement. Act with sincerity. Strive for consistency of thought and action. Next is carefulness. Avoid careless errors and negligence. Carefully and critically examine your own work and the work of your peers. Keep good records of research activities. Next principle is openness. Share data, results, ideas, tools and resources. Be open to criticism and new ideas. Another basic principle is respect for intellectual property. Honor patents, copyrights, and other forms of intellectual property. Do not use unpublished data, methods, or results without permission. Give credit where credit is due. Never plagiarize. Next principle is confidentiality. Protect confidential communications such as papers or grants submitted for publication, personnel records, trade on military secrets, and patient records also. Other principle is responsible publication. Publish in order to advance research and scholarship, not to advance just our own career. Avoid wasteful and duplicative publication. Our next principle is responsible mentoring. Do the responsible mentoring help to educate, mentor, and advise students, promote their welfare, and allow them to make their own decisions. Another basic principle is respect for colleagues. Respect your colleagues and treat them fairly. Next one is social responsibility. Friends, strive to promote social good and prevent or mitigate social harms through research, public education, and advocacy. Next one is non-discrimination. Avoid discrimination against colleagues or students on the basis of sex, race, ethnicity, or other factors that are not related to the scientific competence and integrity. Maintain and improve your own professional competence and expertise through lifelong education and learning. Take steps to promote competence in science as a whole. Next one is legality. Know and obey relevant laws and institutional and governmental policies. Next one is animal care. Show proper respect and care for animals when using them in research. Do not conduct unnecessary or poorly designed animal experiments. Last one is human subjects protection. When conducting research on human subjects, minimize harms and maximize benefits. Respect human dignity, privacy, and autonomy. That's all for this video. Happy researching and publishing. Thanks for watching, friends. Stay home, stay safe. Jai Hind.